It's going to be tough. Usyk, top fighter, man.
Master boxer.
Yeah, last time we took him, you know, I thought he was brilliant last time. But
Nearly had AJ out in that 12th round.
hold on.
Bro, was he going to take on the winner?
Hi, welcome along to DR Sports. It's Robbie. We are down here at the Islington Boxing Club, right in the heart of the community here in North London. I'm joined by Laurie from Boxing Lowdown, and we're here to preview the fight that's happening this weekend. Massive fight, of course, Anthony Joshua against Usyk. Before we get into that, Ty's over there doing a bit of training at the moment. He actually lives, Ty, a stone's throw from the actual gym.
Oh,
yeah, he actually lives right near it. A fun fact, I'm going to give you a couple of fun facts, right? First fun fact is that this gym has been, it's been here since 1974. And it's a family-owned business. It was bought for £50.
Wow.
£50 this was bought for. Now there's loads of developers trying to get it off their hands to, you know, build houses on, because, you know, obviously building houses around there would be worth millions. But the guys have stuck steadfastly. This gym is a real community gym. Everybody from the community comes and trains here, and they get a lot of the kids off the street, which is fantastic. And they've been doing great things here, the Islington Boxing Club, and it's fantastic what they're doing.
It's amazing. You know what? I came through the gym and I remembered straight away Michael Watson.
Yeah.
Remember Michael Watson? He used to box for this club.
Yeah, they produced some top boxers over the years, and got some good amateur boxers, and it's a great gym, well-equipped gym as well, isn't it?
Yeah, man, I like the gym, man. It's what they call, back in the day, a spit and sawdust old-style boxing gym, meaning that it's old school, but to be fair to them as well, they have modernised it, but they've kept that old boxing feel, that old school boxing. Even you, innit, when you come in here.
Yeah, you come in here, you're coming to work, man. You're coming here to, you know, you ain't coming here to idle, you're coming here to work. Another fun fact, Ty was once a member of this gym. He does live across the road, right? He told me that he was once a member of the gym, right? But paid his first membership, and because they wanted to charge him for the first 3 times,
that sounds very tight.
Right, he didn't turn up again. You know what I mean? It's typical of this guy.
But you know what it is, right? I was thinking a gym like this is probably best suited to someone like Ty, because he can learn to protect himself because of all the energy that he attracts. Everyone's always going
He's always
after
giving it.
So him learning to box. But another fun fact, as you know, I used to box as an amateur. I did so for a number of years. I used to box for the All Stars Boxing Club over in West London. But I actually fought, I can't remember the guy's name now, but I fought somebody from Islington Boys Club back in the day when there's what they used to call the Northwest Divs in the London ABA. So
And?
You know how it goes.
What, you won?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? I mean, you were too
it was a
sure
long time ago. But I do remember that I fought somebody from Islington Boys Club.
All right, well, listen.
But they are a very good club. I think I'll have to check with one of the girls there, but I think John Ryder, I think he's from Islington. I'm pretty sure he's boxed out of this club as well. So.
Well, listen, this is where it starts from. When you see guys like Anthony Joshua and that, this is where it starts from, the grassroots right here. But this weekend, it's a massive fight. Anthony Joshua taking on Usyk for the heavyweight championship of the world. He lost it, of course, to Usyk. What are you feeling around the fight?
Well, first up, you're right about a massive fight. I would say that this is probably the biggest boxing match of the year so far.
Yeah.
It doesn't get no bigger and better than the heavyweight division. You got a guy like Anthony Joshua. Let's face it, man, he's world over renowned. And Usyk is one of the top guys in boxing, full stop, period. Brilliant fighter, unbeaten as a pro, Olympic gold medalist, as is Anthony Joshua. Usyk, like I said, he's unbeaten. He was a cruiserweight. He stepped up to heavyweight, took the title off Joshua in dramatic fashion. this is Joshua's chance to get the titles back. I wouldn't even say it's a 50-50. I would say that Usyk is the favourite in most people's eyes, including mine. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, in a bit. But make no mistake, man, this is a massive, massive fight, big occasion for the sport.
Yeah, when they fought last time, that was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and that's why he lost. That's why he lost, Joshua. You should never have fought there, right? You don't win things there. But no. Jokes aside, when he fought there, massive crowd. The expectation was that he'd win that fight. Right, that was the expectation. You know what I mean? I think against the boxing purists, they all thought that Usyk could be a problem. But I think universally, most people thought Joshua will get the job done. It won't be easy, but he'll get the job done.
No, you're right.
But it was kind of very convincing by Usyk, wasn't it?
It was. Listen, before the fight, I spoke to you, and I said that this is going to be a hard fight for Joshua, because Usyk, southpaw, for those of you who don't know who southpaw, he leads with his left foot. So most boxers lead with their left foot, and their jab is with their left hand. Usyk is the opposite direction. So he leads with his right, and his right hand is his jab hand, and the left hand is the backhand. So that always presents a problem. But on top of that, Usyk is super skilled. He's very athletically gifted. He's nimble. I don't know if you've seen any videos of him dancing, but he's a real athlete, plays football. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's a real athlete, real skilled, tough guy, experienced, been boxing since he was a little kid, won hundreds of amateur bouts, won world championships as an amateur, Olympic gold medalist. We all knew it was going to be a tough job. The problem that Anthony Joshua had, though, is that we feel his tactics was wrong in the first fight.
Yeah.
Joshua, you've only got to look at them. He's the bigger, stronger guy. He needed to impose himself. He needed to put Usyk on the back foot and make it pretty much a dogfight, a street fight. For whatever reason, they elected to box Usyk, and that was totally the wrong tactics. Played into Usyk's hands, and when you play into Usyk's hands, it was pretty much going to be a done deal.
It was quite a convincing win.
It was.
Because of it being such a convincing win and Anthony Joshua losing that fight, there's a lot of people looking on this fight and thinking it's going to be the same again. It's going to be another convincing win. And I've not really seen a lot of people giving Anthony Joshua a chance of winning this, which is very surprising when you consider that he's been for quite a long time a very invincible fighter. That you know, normally when he's fighting people are like, yeah, once Joshua gets to him, it's over.
Yeah. No, you make a good point. I would say, I mean, we all saw Joshua. He lost to Andy Ruiz a couple of years before that. He did beat him in a rematch, but I think the way he lost that fight, it can damage you mentally.
Yeah,
insofar as
he got knocked out in the fight, didn't he?
Yeah. And I think ever since then, he's not quite looked the same AJ that we saw when he was beating up on everyone and getting him out of there. You know what I mean?
So when you say psychologically, right? So that's in the back of your mind. You've been knocked out. So and that can happen at heavyweight because these are big guys, right? I mean, Anthony Joshua's what is 6'7", 6'8",
yeah,
right?
6'6",
huge guy. When you get knocked out, you're saying it's just psychologically, it's in your head. You're a bit tentative. Where you might have gone all in before, you're just worried that you could get tagged again.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely does something to your psyche. You're not the same guy. Sometimes it can take boxers a year or two, a few fights to get that back. It's not unrecoverable. You can get it back, but initially, once you've been beaten like that, it does take a little bit away from your aura. Now, the fight with Usyk, it did seem like he gassed out a little bit as well. That is the other problem that Anthony Joshua can sometimes have. He's a big guy, very muscular. That burns energy, you know what I mean? And he did to tire down the stretch. In fact, if you watch that first fight, in the last round there, I'm not sure if you remember it, Usyk had him backing up hurt. And some people were saying that another 20 seconds, you never know.
He could have
been stopped.
Stopped, yeah.
Listen, man, Anthony Joshua is up against it. I'm a big fan of his, but he is up against it, if I'm being honest. I can see why people are not making him favourite for this fight, but he does have a window of opportunity to win this fight.
And he does have the punching power.
He's got the punching power.
This is heavyweight boxing, and in heavyweight boxing, you tag someone they can go down. Usyk does have a great chin, though, doesn't he?
He does have a great chin. He does have good stamina. He's tough. He's the whole package, basically, Usyk is. He's the whole package.
Joshua, I noticed like his preparations for this fight has been very low key. He hasn't really been out there like you've seen him in a lot of his previous fights. He's just kept it low key. He's gone back to basics. And also a change in his trainer.
Change in his trainer, that's very significant. He's brought in Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is a very well-known trainer out in America, Oxnard, California. And he is known for training his fighters to be aggressive. So what that's going to entail is that in this fight, I think you're going to see a much more aggressive Anthony Joshua. He's going to try and take the centre of the ring. So in other words, he's going to come in there, you know what I mean, get that centre of the ring and try and push Usyk back by using his jab, and then he'll be looking to throw his right hand, hooks to the body. You know what I mean? He's going to have to throw far more punches, far more bad intentions, and be more aggressive. But he's going to have to be able to sustain it, because obviously he's not going to hit Usyk with one punch and expect Usyk to drop. Usyk doesn't come like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? It's an intriguing fight, and one that Joshua can win. It's just that it is a bit of an uphill battle for him.
Yeah, Usyk as well, his preparations for the fight. I mean, at one stage he was over in the Ukraine fighting in the war. You know, so as that messed with his preparations, I mean, obviously we've seen pictures of him. He looks in great shape. He looks like he's bulked up a bit for this fight as well. But has that affected him? You know, I mean, the war in Ukraine, him being out there having to, you know, as I said, he was actually fighting.
No, that's an excellent point. I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. You can look at it like the pressure of the war could have taken its toll on him, or it's given him something extra to fight for now. The focus of his country is on him, and that can do great things for people. It can also be down with a lot of pressure. So, but he looks to me like the type of guy that can handle pressure. If you see him, he looks a very relaxed guy. He's always got a smile. You know what I mean? He seems to handle pressure very well. So. And certainly his career will tell you that he does that. So.
Yeah, well, listen, it's going to be a great fight happening in Saudi Arabia. Now, that's another thing that's caused a lot of controversy. What have you made of it? I mean...
Ching, ching.
The money.
Money.
The thing that's made me laugh a lot about is that, and I've said this about a few of these things with when these fights happen in these controversial places, is that the same media that are having a go at those boxers for going to fight over there are all going to be there.
Yeah.
Surely they shouldn't be there then, should they?
You hear,
you
hear all this stuff about sports washing and all the rest. Listen, I'm not really going to go there. We haven't got time to address all those things now. Suffice to say, I would have liked to have seen the fight in a more traditional boxing setting.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Does that going to affect it though as well? Because, you know, you're not going to have the same atmosphere and stuff like that. I mean, if you would have had the fight here in London, it'd have been a raucous atmosphere. The fights I've seen in Saudi Arabia, I mean, obviously the people there are a lot more reserved.
It's a different culture.
It's a different culture. Is that going to affect things?
It's if anything, it's going to slightly detract away from Joshua. I think he would have preferred it to have been in London or somewhere in England with a, like you said, a raucous atmosphere, because that would have given him even more encouragement when he's feeling a bit down, a bit sorry for yourself. You've got the crowd to drag you through those moments. More so than Usyk. Usyk's used to fighting on the road as well. He's been doing so since he was an amateur. I mean, he's very rarely fought in Ukraine. You know what I mean? He's on the road all the time. So this will be nothing for him. In fact, I'm pretty sure Usyk is quite happy.
It's like an advantage, isn't it? Why not fight in... I mean, I know they're going for the money, but why not try and do this fight in London?
I think the money that was put up by the Saudis for this fight just made it a no-brainer, actually.
Can't compete. Yeah. Well, listen, who is going to win it?
Well, that's a very good question. Listen, man, I'm a massive fan of Anthony Joshua. I like him both as a boxer and as a person. I met him a few times. You've met him as well. Super nice guy. I'd really love him to do it. And he does have, like I said, a window of opportunity. I was chatting to a friend of mine in broadcasting today. He's a boxing commentator. And we both agreed that Joshua's window of opportunity is in those first 6 rounds. We think he's either got to get Usyk out of there or put enough dents in him so that the following 6 rounds won't be as arduous. If he allows Usyk to settle into a rhythm, it's going to be bad news for Anthony Joshua. But if you can go out there, back him up, hit him with some heavy shots early, keep him honest, as we say in boxing, keeping him honest, meaning that Usyk's a bit wary of coming in because he's thinking he's going to get hit with that big right hand. Also, Joshua's got an excellent right uppercut that he throws. Body shots. It's all got to go in there, man. He's got to have a different mindset. He's got to be more aggressive. He's got to stamp his authority on this fight. If he does those things, with the power that he's got and the ability that he's got, he can win. But it's you would have to say Usyk would have to be the favourite in most people's
So
mind.
what are you going for?
You know, I'm going for Joshua, man. I think I'm going for the upset. I'm going for the upset.
You're going for the upset, all right? You're going for the upset, Joshua. And the fact that we're saying Joshua's an upset, but hey, listen, let me back.
I'd say he stops him in 7 rounds or 8.
Wow, okay.
8 rounds.
Wow, I mean, listen. Again, when I look on it, you've got to make Usyk the favourite, and I like Usyk as well. You know what I mean? I like.
It's hard not to like him.
He's a nice guy. I like the way he's very respectful as a fighter. I like what he's come through as well. The whole story with the Ukraine and that. On the one hand, it'd be great for him, but then like you said, we met Joshua, man. He's a nice guy, man, and he's
You
an
might have
English
to
fighter.
run into him again one day. You
Yeah,
just tipped against him.
Yeah, and no, I haven't tipped against him. I'm going to go for Joshua.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm going to go for Joshua with a win, but it's going to be really tough. Joshua in round 8, but it's going to be a tough fight. It can go either way, this one. 2 great fighters. Of course, we're going to be covering it here on DR Sports, so make sure you check out our watch along on Saturday. I'm going to be in the studio. Laurie's going to be in the studio as well. I'm going to be rushing back from Arsenal. Arsenal are playing on the same day, right? So hopefully we get a double on the day. But yep, we're going to be doing it on DR Sports. So make sure you check out the watch along. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And also don't forget to check out Islington Boxing Club. If you're in the area of North London, listen, they've got a great little setup down there. It's very reasonable prices as well to come in and train. When they were telling us the prices,
Hey, I'll tell you what, I came through the door and the first thing, you saw me, the first thing I did is I went over to the girl and said, is it open to the public to come and train?
Yep.
She said yes. I said, I'll be here next week, man.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's open to the community. I'm going to start coming down there as well and doing some bits as
what
well.
About me and you?
Yeah, we can get in the ring, man. We can get in the ring, yeah. We can get in the ring. You know what?
We can do this, man. Hey, what are you saying, man?
Yo. Well, yeah. Listen, we'll be here. We'll be here on Saturday on DR Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you'll be getting all the notifications of when that watch along is going to be popping off. You don't want to miss it. This is the big fight this weekend: Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. Why are you late this time? You live right across the road. How come you be late?
I slipped on the rain, innit?
Oh, you slipped on the...
Yeah.
What gloves thing?
At last!
The rain. Invincibles. Troy Deeney's a cheat. Mope. Billy Sharp, Phil Brown.